Hello everyone, Tom with the Capo Fetish. What are your favorite country rock heartbreak ballads? That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to throw out some of my faves and then throw some of your faves in the comment section when we're done. I'm going to start off here with an amazing Hank Williams cover from 1974 done by one of the greatest interpreters of the rock era. I'm talking about Linda Ronstadt from her album Heart Like a Wheel. The track, I Can't Help It If I'm Still in Love with You. Such an amazing track. Incredible heartbreaking vocal from Linda Ronstadt. Just on this song alone, this album is just full of just an amazing cast of studio cats and just incredible musicians. Just on this track alone, we have Andrew Gold on acoustic guitar and piano. We have harmony vocal from Emmylou Harris. We've got a steel guitar from good old Sneaky Pete from the Flying Burrito Brothers. David Lindley on fiddle. Really amazing track. And there's something about Linda Ronstadt's voice. I mean, she can just sing anything. I don't know if any of you have seen the documentary that came out a few years back of Linda Ronstadt. Just an incredible life. So sad that she has Parsons disease. She can't even sing at all anymore, but we have the albums. And I think she is one of the greatest singers of the rock era. Even though she really didn't write any of her own material, she's one of the best interpreters out there of other people's material. And I think I Can't Help It If I'm Still in Love with You really hits me in a good way. One of my favorite country rock heartbreak ballads right here from Linda Ronstadt. I Can't Help It If I'm Still in Love with You from Heart Like a Wheel from 74. Speaking of Sneaky Pete from the Burrito Brothers, we got to throw in some Burrito Brothers, and one of my absolute favorites is Hot Burrito No. 1. That is an incredible heartbreak ballad, of course, sung by Graham Parsons. We got Chris Hillman on here, Sneaky Pete, Graham Parsons, Chris Etheridge. Just an absolute 5-star classic country rock album. There's a clip on YouTube, like a promo clip, that is really amazing, of them lip syncing to Hot Burrito No. 1, and they're in their suits and everything, and Graham Parsons just looks like an absolute rock star, you know, a country rock superstar in this particular video. There is something about that particular song, though, that really gets me. It's something about the instrumentation and the piano, and I don't know, really hits me. So Hot Burrito No. 1 by the Flying Burrito Brothers from their Gilded Palace of Sin album from 1969, another fave country rock heartbreak ballad from me. Hot Burrito No. 1 from 1996, I believe, or yeah, 1996, from an album called Being There from the band called Wilco. This is a double album. I remember buying this right when it came out. Even though I'm not a huge fan of Wilco, there are some choice songs throughout their career I like. But there is one track on here that literally made me cry my eyes out. When I first played this album in my car back in 1996, I was driving around. This song just kind of hit me in an unbelievable way, just absolutely just tears flowing. And that track is called The Lonely One. It's the second to last track on the second disc. Oh my God. The steel pedal, just the melody, the heartbreaking lyrics, the melody. Incredible stuff. Check this track out. The Lonely One from Wilco, off their album Being There from 1996. Just another incredible track. Bob Dylan. You could throw a lot of different tracks of Dylan in here, but I love this track off Nashville Skyline. I Threw It All Away. Really just hits me in the right spot. There's an amazing clip of Bob Dylan on the Johnny Cash show in '69 where he's not lip syncing. You could tell it's a real vocal, but he's playing over a pre-recorded track. Pull that up, check that out. That's really interesting. Bob going from like this kind of Bob's metamorphosis from like 66 to 69 is quite the thing to see. He's very conservative looking, almost looks like a Quaker up there without the hat, but pulling off this track off the Johnny Cash show, just really cool. But you could throw a lot of other tracks on here too. Girl from the North Country with Johnny Cash. That's a really cool remake of that song. There's Lay Lady Lay. Tonight I'll Be Staying Here With You. But I think the Heartbreak and I Threw It All Away, you just can't beat it. It's just so beautiful. So I Threw It All Away from Nashville Skyline from Bob Dylan, another favorite country rock ballad, heartbreaker. From 1991, from the album Girlfriend from Matthew Sweet. Though it's, you know, labeled a power pop album, there's some definite country vibes going throughout this album. The song I'm talking about on this album is the fifth track on side one, called Winona. He named it after Winona Ryder, though it has nothing to do with Winona Ryder. But just some really nice steel peel guitar in here, and Matthew Sweet's vocals, and just the longing, and just everything about it is just amazing. If any of you have not heard this album, I really highly recommend Girlfriend by Matthew Sweet. If you're into power pop, good singer-songwriter material, you know, just kind of singer-songwriter 70s influence with kind of a modern bent from the 90s, this is the album for you. Matthew Sweet's Girlfriend, and the track Winona, check that out, pull that up, just a gorgeous track. So Matthew Sweet's Girlfriend album from 1991, the track Winona. Here's the back cover. I initially bought this when it first came out on CD, and it had a couple of bonus tracks. So if you can find the original CD version of Girlfriend on Zoo Records with the 3 bonus tracks, worth picking up because the bonus tracks are absolutely phenomenal as well. This is one of those just 1990s 5-star albums right here. And I love the cover here with Tuesday Weld on the cover. Fantastic stuff. The worst Creedence Clearwater Revival album actually has one of my absolute favorite Creedence Clearwater Revival tracks. And this album isn't a complete waste. I think the John Fogerty tracks are great. The other tracks written by Stu Cook and Doug Clifford are a little less than stellar. But I love the track Someday Never Comes. That is the last track on side one. That is a really heartbreaking track about a child dealing with divorce. And my wife really likes this track as well. And sometimes I can't listen to it because it just kind of makes me well up. And sometimes I don't want to well up all the time, right? So sometimes when it comes on, I just have to just turn it off or turn it down low because it really affects me in some kind of way. I don't know what it is. But I love Someday Never Comes. And even like a song like Sweet Hitchhiker, which ends the album, is a great John Fogerty rocker. So the album is not a complete waste of time. If it was all just, you know, Stu Cook and Doug Clifford tracks, I could see it being just an absolute bomb. But, you know, it still has its best moments with John Fogerty. So I'm going with Someday Never Comes. Someday Never Comes from the album Mardi Gras from 1972. Just a heartbreaking, fantastic track. Got to throw some Graham Parsons in here, solo career from Grievous Angel. Come on, Brass Buttons, such an amazing track. Other people have covered it. Poco covered it on the Crazy Eyes album. It's just an absolute like country rock standard. And the instrumentation is just incredible. I just love Brass Buttons. Great stuff here from Graham Parsons from 1973. This was released posthumously, I believe, in the beginning of 74, but recorded in late 73 before his death. Good stuff. Another one here, probably, if I had to create a favorite top 50 songs of all time, this track would be in it. And this is by the Jayhawks off their album Tomorrow the Green Grass. This came out in 1995. And I'm talking about the track Nothing Left to Borrow. It is just, I wish I had written that song. Such an incredible track. The backup vocals during the chorus, it's so infectious. And the guitar lines are really infectious. And of course, there's a little bit of pedal steel in there. But oh my God, just an incredibly well-written track. Never heard this? Check this out. The Jayhawks, and the track is called Nothing Left to Borrow. It is just really an infectious track on an amazing album. I remember seeing these guys actually open for Matthew Sweet years ago at this club or this theater in Ventura called the Ventura Theater. It's kind of like an old like turn of the century, 20th century theater. But I never even knew who the Jayhawks were, and I became a fan that night when they opened for Matthew Sweet. So again, Nothing Left to Borrow from the album Tomorrow the Green Grass from 95 from the Jayhawks. Just incredible track. Incredible. Got to throw some Neil Young in there, and I'm going to go with The Losing End off Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere from 69. This is the song that starts off side 2. Really great, raw, kind of country rock ballad here with a great little guitar solo in there with Danny Whitten, and we've got just incredible feelings going on in this song. So from a 5-star masterpiece here, Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere. The track The Losing End, When You're On, is another all-time country rock ballad fave of mine. Definitely heartbreaking. And then when it comes to the Stones, man, I love when the Stones do country. I mean, when we come, anything from Faraway Eyes to, Dead Flowers to Sweet Virginia. But this is probably one of my absolute favorite tracks of all time. It's kind of more of a country blues, but it's a heartbreaking tune. So it's one of the last tunes that Brian Jones ever contributed to the Rolling Stones catalog. And he plays just the most perfect slide guitar on it. The track I'm talking about, Beggar's Banquet, is No Expectations. Just absolute perfection, this track. I love just the simplicity of just of Keith Richards' acoustic guitar and Brian Jones on the slide, and a little bit of piano in the background, and that heartbreaking vocal from Mick Jagger. I think it's one of Mick Jagger's greatest ballad vocals of all time. Incredible track. There's a track on the Rock and Roll Circus too that they do. I like it, but not as much as the album version. But the album version of No Expectations is definitely one of my favorite, like, country rock ballad heartbreaking tunes of all time. So there you go, folks. Those are some of my faves. What are some of your favorite country rock heartbreak ballads of all time? Let me know in the comments section. Thanks for watching as always. If you dig the content across the channel, press subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.